Hello mate, my name's Guvna B. I am a rapper and author from London.
My name's Tom Herbert. I'm a fifth generation baker and I'm the founder of The Long Table, which is a social enterprise.
The brokenness that I see in the world is young people that have been through very difficult situations and have allowed those situations to overwhelm them through no fault of their own. Situations like youth violence, coming from broken homes, experiencing abuse, struggling with mental health, and just trying to find their place in the world.
So I really love food. I love baking. I love the way that food can bring people together. And as time's gone on, I've realised that too many people are eating by themselves. It's one of the, social isolation is like one of the unseen poverties.
So I grew up on a council estate in East London, a place called Custom House. And I felt a lot of love in my community, but very quickly realised that we were conditioned from a young age to do anything that we possibly could to get money, notoriety, and material possessions, basically. And that resulted in a lot of people getting into things that they shouldn't, such as selling drugs or getting involved in gang activity. For me personally, it took my youth leader at church to kind of take me under his wing and tell me that he saw a lot of potential in me. And I guess having a positive role model that related to me really changed the trajectory of my life. And I got a real glimpse into how Jesus perceived me and what he wanted for me, and the fact that he had given me a purpose. And I guess it resulted in a passion for me to go back into communities like my own and take other young people under my wing. Music was always a huge part of council estate life, and but the problem is, in those music genres there's a lot of messages that promote misogyny and youth violence and antisocial behaviour. So I've kind of thought up this concept that if we could use those genres and fill them with positive messages of faith, of purpose, of love, maybe we could change the narrative and change the soundtrack to working class council estate life.
So this is something that I've wrestled with. What can I give my energy and attention to for hopefully the second half of my career and my working life that might in some way heal some of that brokenness that I see? One day whilst praying, I just had this really strong image of a light-filled space with big long tables in it, a refectory or a canteen full of all sorts of different types of people eating together. And I realised that something deep in me wants to see that, wants to be part of building a space where people can genuinely come together and eat and be known, and that those conversations can be hopeful. The Long Table has been going for just about a year. We've done a dozen events here on site. We meet in a shipping container. It's 40 foot long. We can fit 40 to 50 people in it. The dining experience is something that anyone can feel at home at or welcome to, that no one is excluded for any reason. And also just noticing that some people that have been lonely are starting to find that just meeting new people is a great, wonderful thing to do. And it's awesome to be able to provide a context where that can happen.
So my mum always used to say this well-known African proverb to me: it takes a village to raise a child. And I guess that is what my hope is for communities like the one I grew up in, that young people would feel like they're part of that community and that everyone is chipping in together and playing their part, looking at what's in their hands and focusing on what they can do to help the people around them. I believe that if we build community, build relationships, and we're honest with each other, then life can become a whole lot more fulfilling and satisfying, because you don't feel like you're alone, but you feel like you can do life with other people.
The scope and the size of this ambition that I feel God's put on my heart and those around me is sometimes either terrifying or embarrassing or just reckless and stupid. It can feel really lonely. Sometimes I can feel like I'm totally, gone nuts and it's just a crazy idea. In the midst of that, the way that I guess I'm able to sustain hope, couple of things. One is I don't think my prayer life has ever been as fervent. When I've been on my knees because I'm at the end of myself and really doubt my own ability, God always seems to answer, whether it's putting someone in my path or a word of encouragement. Mostly though, it's about the people that He's put around me and put me with, actually. We have a shared hope and dream, and it's encouraging each other as a daily way. That's part of my daily bread, is just being able to look someone in the eye that knows my heart and says, you got this and we've got you. And it's not about me and my ego. It becomes about the eco-ness of our, usness. And then new things start to be possible, things that I would never have dreamt on if I was doing it by myself.